Alright, welcome back to another video, everyone. Today, I'm going to be fishing this golf course pond that I've been looking at for a while, but never fished. It's raining, so I don't know how that's going to be. It's colder than than it should have been today, so that's not ideal. I don't even know if they're fishing here, but golf course ponds usually have good fish. And it's not a drainage pond. It's pretty big. But I just have a big fluke on. So that's usually a good lure for places with big bass. Good way to tell if they're fish. I may try a spinnerbait at some point. The water's pretty clear, so I'm not really worried about that. Got some weeds on the first cast. That's a good sign, I guess. But yeah, I've never really fished golf courses. They're supposed to be really good. They usually have big fish in them. Hopefully the rain slows down at some point, but I haven't seen any signs of fish yet. It looks good, but nothing yet. I know there are other ponds at this golf course. This is by far the biggest one. So, you'd think the fish would be at this one. We'll see. Oh, there's a half-dead sunfish right here. It's kind of like sitting near the top. Well, we know there's fish in here. That's a good sign. It was really small though. It was like a little baby sunfish. But, I mean, if there's a little baby, something had to have laid the egg, so we know there's at least sunfish in here. Felt the water. It's not cold. Well, I mean, it's cold, but it's not super cold. Ooh, it is much deeper down here. I just put the rod in the water right here, and it's a foot right here. At least down there, it was like a few inches right in close. It could just be the end, might be a deep end and a shallow end. And I wonder how deep it gets out in the middle, because the fluke might not be the right lure if it gets really deep. But most smaller ponds don't get too deep. But I'll definitely try something weighted next, after I use this fluke a bit more. Looks like when the pond overflows, it goes over this little trail here and into this little creek. I wouldn't be surprised if that leads into the second or third pond. If the fish were a little more active, and if it was warmer, I feel like they'd be in shallower and the fluke would be good, but I think they're gonna be deeper out, so I'm gonna put a spinnerbait on. I'm just gonna do the single blade. I do have red, which is supposed to be good in the spring, but I just feel like it's too early for that up here. It's, and it has been colder recently. So I'm just gonna go with the single blade white. It's a Colorado blade, which will create more like vibration. And I don't really think it's gonna matter whether it's a willow or Colorado blade right now, because the water's pretty clear. But I'm just gonna do the single blade, because I feel like the double willow might be too much. Alright, it took only 4 seconds to sink, so it's probably about like 4 feet out there. I thought it'd be a little deeper, but I mean that's pretty good for a golf course pond. No weeds, so that's a good sign. I did get some weeds over on the other end. good to have some weeds in a pond, but too much can be a little ridiculous with getting your lure all caught up in the weeds. I'm gonna walk around a bit more with the spinnerbait, and then if I don't get any bites on it, I'm gonna switch it up, probably to like a jig or like a dead rig or like a just a Texas rig, and work along the bottom. Yes, fish on. Oh my gosh. It's a good one too. Finally, I thought I was getting bites. Oh my God, I want to flip it. It's a big one. It's like a 2-pounder. Oh my gosh, let's go. That's a chunk. Oh my gosh. Golf, oh, just popped off. He's not that long, but he's so fat. Let me pick this guy up. Golf course pond bass. Oh my God, that thing is so fat. Look how small the mouth is too. For a largemouth that's this heavy, it must be a young fish, but look how fat it is. Finally, I've been fishing for maybe like 20, 25 minutes. Finally got one. I mean, it's probably like 15 inches, something like that, but he has to be like a 2-pounder. Oh man, he fought well too. I'm gonna get a picture, get a weight on him, and let him go. Jeez, this thing is so heavy for such a short and young bass. That is awesome. Alright, we're gonna get the grippers and get a weight. But I can't believe how small his mouth is. I mean, this might be a 2.5-pounder. This thing it's so fat too. Its stomach is huge. Healthy fish. So, oh man, he must be feeding really well. I mean, I thought I was feeling taps on that bite as well. And then, not much later, this guy just smashed it. Yep. $2.72 pounds. Nice. Way over 2.5. That is awesome. Get this guy back in. There we go. First bass at the golf course pond on the white single blade spinnerbait. Gonna try to walk down here and just toss him back in. And there it goes. Nice. Whew, that felt good. I casted pretty far out, kind of right along there. So kind of in the middle. He bit like kind of maybe a third of the way, quarter of the way across. But yeah, I mean, that is awesome. I'm so glad that they're fishing here. I mean, if that guy was that big and that healthy, there has to be more. I'm glad that he bit this moving bait too. That means that they're not completely inactive. At least some of them. So I might not have to actually put the slow baits on after all. Alright, so I got I think 1/8 ounce bullet weight, painted black, and I got this Junior Trench Hog, the I think Alabama crawl color. Got this Texas Rehook, so I'm just gonna rig this up and work it real slow. I don't think the bass are actually biting or like feeding. I don't think the bass are in pre-spawn yet, so I don't think they're really feeding heavily. I think that guy's caught was just like maybe one out of the blue. I think a slower presentation is going to be a lot better. Now this is still a big presentation. You know, it has the claws, the little appendages, and you know, it makes it look like a big meal for the bass. You know, because they're gonna want to feed up after the winter. I don't know if they're gonna want to chase bait this early and it being this cold, so I think this should be a perfect bait. Draw the big fish's attention. Yeah, there it is. Go get it in there, give it a try. Oh my God! No! That was a huge fish. No way. I felt tension, and then my line just started moving so fast. I set the hook and the line immediately snapped. Oh my God, I know my knot was good. There's no way it was the knot. Oh my, you know what, I think it was the weight. I should have checked the stupid weight. It's not like a nice weight or anything. It was like a cheap weight. I bet you the weight cut my line. That's crazy. I'm using an 8-pound test. There's no way it just broke because of the line being too light. Alright, so I'm back at the pond. After I lost that fish, I had to go. It's been a few hours. It's not raining anymore, luckily. And hopefully the water didn't get muddy. Let's see. It might be a little more stained than earlier, and it wasn't really clean in the first place. But yeah, I still have the bass jig on. I'm just gonna keep trying this. I feel like the slow I'm just gonna stick to the slow baits for now. So bass jigs, Texas rigs. Frog just jumped in the water here. 2 of them actually. They just like went in a lot. I don't even know where they went. I guess that means there's frogs in here. Topwater frogs might be good in the summer. Alright, don't have much more time today. Probably like 5-10 minutes at most. So I'm just gonna throw this golden blade bait around. Let's give it a try. Take a few more casts. But nothing in the afternoon today. I mean, this pond, surprised that I didn't even get a bite on that bass jig, you know, just working it slow. Because I had a bite on the Texas rig earlier. I mean, I literally walked around the entire pond with the bass jig. I fished half of it with a crawl without a rattle, and then I fished the other side and half with a crawl with the rattle. But no bites with both. Looks like a really nice pond. I think there's a lot of big fish in here. It's just a little too early. It's been too cold out, and in probably 2 to 4 weeks, once it starts warming up, it should be really good here. And I'll definitely come back. I want to definitely try it when I could use like a big like swim bait or like a glide bait or something like that, because that should work really well here on these bass. I haven't even seen like any fish up close. I'm not surprised it's not really warm enough, but they should start coming close in 2 to 4 weeks, like I said. I've always wanted to try a golf course pond, but you know, never got to it. But finally tried it out, got that really nice bass. That was awesome. Biggest bass of the year so far, 2.7 pounds, but it was only like 15 inches. That was cool on the spinnerbait. And then I broke off on another one that probably was really nice on the Texas rig trench hog. I'm still not 100% sure why I broke off. It is also likely that this line is just old from last season and I need to replace it. So I'm gonna actually replace that once I get home today. And hopefully next time we can get some really nice fish. But yeah, that's it. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, share it with your friends, and we will see you in the next one.